Hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you my Frost Bomb Ignite character. It's going pretty well. You have to get some items to make it work really well, but it's not that expensive and everyone can do it. So far I found 3 good ways to scale the skill. The first one is to do what I'm doing. You just get Shaper of Flames, and then you get cluster jewels and scale your ignite that way. You can also convert all the damage from Frost Bomb to fire with Avatar of Fire and Code to Fire and scale that way. And you can also stack flat code to spells to stack the way I'm doing here, so the ignite hits are larger, right? So if you don't want to spend too much on clusters, try to get jewels like this one with a lot of flat code to spells, because then it will make the Frost Bomb base damage higher and the ignite higher as well. The other thing that you're going to need is some cooldown recovery rate. So I have this on my helmet, but you can also have it on your belt and your boots. The boots I'm using +1 curse, but maybe I'm going to try to craft this chest with +1 curse. I have to see yet. And yeah, there's nothing much to it. You can also get a Phantasmal Frost Bomb with alternate quality. It has a lot of cooldown as well, but I didn't bother to do that, but it's also very good. So the gear is not exactly very good. This is a starter gear. I'm using Cloak of Flame because this build struggles a lot against physical damage, and you have 20% of physical damage from hits taken as fire and ignite duration. So this fits a budget version of the build well, and it's not very expensive. Everything here is pretty basic, and the only thing that might cost you a little bit is the cluster jewels. And I was having some mana problems, so I crafted this helmet with reduced mana reserved, and I'm leveling up Enlighten, so I can use it because I'm using Hatred and Skitterbots, so that makes our mana a little bit, a little bit lacking. So yeah, I use Unbound Ailments on high tier maps because if I use Spell Cascade, I just go too fast and end up flame dashing on some pack and dying. So this makes me play a little bit slower and I won't die, which is very important if you're high level. So that's why I'm not using Spell Cascade, but Spell Cascade gives you much better clear speed, so I was using it until tier 13, 14, and then I was swapping Unbound Ailments on the boss fights, right? But now I'm just using straight up. So let's do a T16 here, just so we can see how the build plays. Vulnerability, yeah, maybe not. I don't want, whatever. Let's just play safe. So as I said, the bad thing about this is you're very vulnerable against physical damage. So as I was using Flesh and Stone for a good while up until level 88. Now I just am not using. I have some blind, I think it's here. Create a smoke cloud on kill, which helps a little bit because I'm also using this mine, right? That gives move speed and blind smoke mine. So that's why it's a little bit better. And then I just dropped the Flesh and Stone shit. So another good thing you can do while the skill is on cooldown, you can just use Void Sphere. As you can see, Void Sphere, I have that on my hotbar. It's very good because it keeps the mobs away from you and helps you with proliferation. And especially on rituals, that there's a lot of mobs, you can just use this to pull the mobs away from you. And I didn't die in a ritual for a long time now, so that's why I like this skill very much, So yeah, let's keep going. As you can see, it's very comfortable to play. You don't need to stand close to the mobs here. My ignite proliferation is level 21, so it has a little bit more radius. There's a cluster jewel that gives you ignite proliferation, but I didn't bother trying it. But you can try, see if it's good, just do the build as you like. Another good thing you can do is, instead of going one hand and shield like I'm doing, you can just go for two-handed staffs with +4, I don't know, +4 cold spells, some fire and burning damage, and use a comms for your life, because as you see, your life is kind of bad, but we're only level 90 for now, so that's not pretty bad. I mean, by level 95 we will have some more extra life. And yeah, so my plan here is, I will show you in the passive tree real soon, is to get the medium jewels with 4 passives, which is kind of expensive, but after that I will have some extra points, and after I get the jewel nodes I can get more life as well. So yeah, so as you see, the clear speed is not insanely good, but as I started a build, that it's pretty cheap if you think about it, because you don't actually need to have insane cluster jewels. You just get the damage over type ones if you didn't manage to get the fire ones, and then you can stack abyss jewels on your belt with that insane base. You can do many things here to don't be so expensive. So it's pretty fun. I like it a lot, and yeah, there's a lot of min-maxing you can do if you want to take this to the higher level, and probably Phantasmal Frost Bomb is a must in that case, but for now, as you can see, we're doing okay here. We can just keep going, and a good thing to have in mind is because we are using Elemental Equilibrium, so you can't have flat damage to spells on your ones, on your items that add fire damage. So you can have lightning and cold damage added to spells, but not fire damage, right? Otherwise it will fuck up your elemental equilibrium. So that's very important to know as well. And as you can see, even though we're kind of squishy, we don't usually take some damage. I have a custom damage taken steel skin. I have some of the pantheons I will show you in the end. And with the Cloak of Flame we can also have some pretty good survivability because of the shield of the Elementalist. And let's see the single target damage here. We have Maven here. So yeah, this guy is kind of strong against fire, huh? So yeah, the damage is usually a little bit better than this, but I mean, it's okay, right? Okay, I forgot how to fight in this arena. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, look at this shit. So annoying. But usually the boss... yeah. Whatever. Usually the boss fight is much smoother than that. That's why you don't run vulnerability on your map, you know. Okay, there's a ritual that I forgot here. So yeah, a good thing you have to know about this build is how to roll your maps, because otherwise you're just gonna die like I did. I usually don't do vulnerability maps, but I was like, okay, I'm doing a video, let's try to push some damage mods on the map, and you know, the build will look better to who is watching. But as we saw, it was not like that. Museum with Delirium, I'll take that. No. So yeah, that's just it about the build. I didn't wish I died, because this will make the video look a little bit bad, the build look a little bit bad, but that's it. Things you can do is, I don't know, like you can try some changes to the passive tree here. I think this is pretty okay for now. Elemental Equilibrium, you can skip this if you have that scepter. Wow, that's actually something that I forgot I have to do. So there's a scepter on highest that gives you Elemental Equilibrium, and you can just save 3 points here if you use that scepter. So it's 3 points to get more life, more damage, or anything you want really. So that's pretty good as well. And you can see here that I'm using, you know, not optimal jewels. These just have 2. I want 3 here, 3 skills. I just have 1 here that has 4 points. If I manage to get a 1 here, I will save 1 point here as well, and this will make me go through this faster. So yeah, this is the build. I hope you liked it, and see you on the next one.